Sagittarius. Welcome to WillowOAK. I am here to do a general reading for you. This is timeless, so whenever you find it, there should be something in here for you. But please use your intuition and only take what resonates, okay? And leave the rest behind. And you might also watch your other placements for a more complete picture, or if this does not resonate with you, okay? And we are going to start with oracle cards to kind of lay the groundwork and then go on to the tarot. Okay, your very first card is Come to the Edge. What this is saying is you might have to step out of your comfort zone a little bit, but that it's time to get something started. Something probably that you've really been wanting to do or needing to do, and maybe putting it off for whatever reason. You know, you don't have time, you don't like the idea of going to the edge, whatever it may be. But this is saying it is time to go ahead and get whatever this has started that you've been feeling a little uncomfortable with, okay? And also, please forgive me if I sound weird. I have a cold or the flu, and I've been coughing and sneezing and sniffing, that sort of thing. So I think I'm getting over it, but I just wanted to apologize ahead of time. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. And the way this is connecting with me is by you going to the edge, doing whatever that thing is that you've been wanting to do or postponing. It will take the knowledge you have and turn it into wisdom. Just the act of going to the edge will start this process. And so during this time, it is important to take your knowledge and transform it into wisdom. And that could potentially be what coming to the edge is all about. But we have quite a few cards left to go, so let's see what else we can find out. Okay, fear. Okay, there might be some fear associated with going to the edge. And if that is what's going on, and it might just be a few of you, but I think it's kind of important to mention this, that by going to the edge and realizing that you're not going to fall off, you're not going to let yourself fall off, right? You'll be going forward, but you won't let yourself get harmed, right? So that should alleviate some of that fear, if not all of the fear, knowing that you can take chances and everything will be okay. But we'll take a card for that to see what it is. Wishbone. A wish is granted. Wonderful and awesome. Okay, this can have to do with all three of these, right? By coming to the edge, you might be getting your wish granted. Matter of fact, I'd say you probably are, because the things that we're avoiding for whatever reason, if we would just go do them, it would solve an issue or create an opportunity that will give us some sort of peace, right? And potentially turn something into wisdom. Maybe the knowledge that coming to the edge isn't what we thought it was. You know, it's not nearly so bad. Flute. Disappointment in a friend or lover. Mice. Discord among friends or family. Okay, well, these two, unfortunately, really going well together. Yet friends is mentioned twice. Here it's a lover, here it's family. Disappointment, discord. Okay? Disappointment in a friend or lover. Discord among friends or family. Okay, so we get, like I said, we have to get quite a few more cards, but it is possible that this could be saying that this is a relationship type reading, or something is going to come up if it's not already existing, which probably is at some level, that this is how to deal with the relationship issue. Okay. And if that is the case, going to the edge would mean, confronting it, right? And by doing so, you'll be taking what you assume, or the surface value, finding out what's going on, and turning it into wisdom, right? Which will help to alleviate any fears, concerns. But we're at the beginning of the reading, much more to go, so we'll have to wait and see. This card has been coming out quite a bit in this position. Maybe it is a group thing. The Seven of Pentacles, this is your overall energy. And what this is saying is, at this time, you are very interested in, or already starting to plant the seeds. They use a garden as an example, which is beautiful. It fits perfectly. You water it, you nurture it, you give it sun, you take care of it, and you have patience. And before too terribly long, you have this beautiful garden. Okay? So that can go in beautifully here as well. It might be saying, patience is needed here. Oh, this came up. Okay. And now, in your challenge or help, you have the Hierophant. Excuse me, I can't talk while I'm sick either, I'm finding out. This is your connection with the divine. Which is very, very nice and very helpful with this. So, you are connecting with the divine, with your spiritual self, to probably find out more about what's going on here, right? So going within. Okay, whoa. Oh my goodness, cards are just flying. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So your focus. These two came out first, and then these two just flew out. So we are going to take all four of these, okay? The first one is the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight in the deck. For this particular energy, it's more important to be accurate, thorough, investigate what's going on, make for sure that you have a very clear understanding on how to proceed or what to do. Speed really doesn't come into play for this energy at all. And now you have the Seven of Cups, which means you have choices. And if you know your choices, you know what you want, it's, a pretty easy energy to get through. You just pick what it is you want. But if you do not know, make for sure you do your research before making any decisions. So I can see how that could easily be, like, say, up here, disappointment and discord with friends, family, a lover. And you're going in here trying to figure out what it is that's causing this issue. Okay? And you have these choices, decisions. Do I talk to them? Do I talk to their friends? Do I go within to figure it out? So many choices here. They could be about anything. Not this whole reading is solely on these two cards, right? Because like right here is a wish is granted. But there is this fear, okay? So, if you know what it is, just select them and go. If you don't, do your research and figure out what is best for you, what will serve you the most. And then, flipped out onto the floor, we have these two major arcana. And they are both very powerful. you have the High Priestess. And this is saying you need to use your intuition and your psychic gifts to go within and find out what this is about. All right? And how to handle it, how to go forward with it, how to deal with it. And here you have the High Priestess, who is a very powerful energy. She's also the mother archetype. Okay? And she has all these ideas that she nurtures. She has beautiful ideas that she nurtures. And things flow to her. Okay? Very caring energy, very creative, very nurturing, and things flow to her that are good. Well, here, with all these ideas and here all these choices, use your Empress energy to help you with this, as well as your High Priestess energy, actually to help with both of these, okay? And these 4 cards are coming out under the fear. So it might have a relationship with this, and it might not, but it could easily. Okay, now let's get a card for what you, or cards, for what you do see, what you are aware of. Okay. You're aware that a tower is on its way. Okay. That could potentially be part of the fear. But let's talk about this, because towers really shouldn't be scary. Okay. It shouldn't promote fear. Towers can be small. They can be big. They can be self-imposed. They can be brought on by others or situations. And they can be positive or they can be challenging. You know, there's many variables to a tower. The one thing that towers have in common is they are abrupt change. Okay? So like you stepping to the edge, depending on what this is about, could be considered a tower. So nothing to be afraid of. It's just an abrupt change. And of course, we're going to get clarifying cards to see what we can find out. All right. Yeah, this particular deck, I really do like most of the images. They really do a wonderful job. And this tower is no exception. Ah, okay. This is what you aren't aware of yet. You will be. A brand new beginning, one that you are very passionate about, okay? And at the bottom of the deck is Judgment. This is where you are rising up, and I'm sure it's because of this new beginning, which looks like it's being brought on by the tower. You are rising up to a whole new you. It's an enlightened you, all right? Whatever's in the past, you're leaving it behind and going forward. And now, just to mention, I was focused on this and this. And I just want to say that this might not be really about a fear or discord or disappointment with family. It could be career, it could be anything. I just focused on these for the moment, okay? It could be about that, but it could be more than that. Like, for example, coming to the edge. Could be you've been in a place of employment for a long time and you just stayed there, maybe because of habit or because of the income, but you know it's not what you love, so you decide to branch out and go take this other job that you love, or maybe become an entrepreneur and leave behind the other. So that would be coming to the edge as well. Okay? It's just something where you step outside of your comfort zone to create change in your life for the better. Okay, let's get some more cards here. Now let's see what your strength is. Well, now this is really quite interesting. Your focus, one of the energies in your focus is a Knight of Pentacles, and your strength is in Knight of Pentacles. So this is the universe's way of saying I meant what I said. So pay special attention to this type of energy and apply it to your life. It's much more important during this time with these energies to be accurate, to be sure. Go forward, take all the time you need, but to be sure of the steps you're taking that will lead you to your success, to your desired goal, whatever it is you're wanting to do. Okay, let's see your recent past. Okay. It's like these cards are kind of hesitating on coming out, right? And when that happens, it's usually that I feel like whatever this part is that I'm trying to get a card for, there's hesitation there. Okay, just flew. So it's got to do with your past. I can see why. Hurt. Three of Swords is where something has hurt your heart. So something in the past hurt you. Okay? And it could very well be this, which created kind of a sense of fear in here. But it looks to me like everything is resolving itself because you're coming to the edge. You're having patience. You're planting the seeds, right? Spending the time to create this garden, whether that means going on and leaving this behind or repairing whatever happened. You're turning the knowledge into wisdom. And so this fear is not going to affect you today the way it did in the past, right? Because you're taking steps towards it. And here, a wish is granted. So something that you're working on now to try to change the situation for the better is absolutely working. Your wish is being granted. And here, remember, you're rising up. It's a whole new you. It's a new beginning that you're very passionate about. Now, mind you, here's the Tower. So maybe you shook things up or will be shaking things up to create this change. But if you notice here where the fear is, this is where you have many cards. Choices to make. Use your intuition and your psychic gifts. You have the Empress energy, which is very powerful. Mother archetype, so very loving and giving. And taking the steps to make things very accurate. And making your choices, right? So that, I think, is to address the fear, amongst other things. Okay. Your future. Okay. First we have, you're dropping all the burdens. You're letting it go. So whatever has happened that was challenging and, made you feel very heavy, like that monkey on your back, you're letting it go. You're dropping the burdens and having this new beginning. Rising up, having this new beginning, dropping the burdens. And here, this can be an argument, right? Or arguments. It is talking about, a time when there is discord, right? Challenges, fights, arguments, whatever. But here is where the person is victorious. Okay? So maybe there were or are arguments with another or others that have to do with friends, family, lovers, something like that. But here, your future says you're dropping all the burdens, you're done, you're successful, you're not going to be pulled into any more arguments. Okay, so let's see how they go forward. And the more cards I get, the more I think it is possible that this is a relationship type reading. But it really can be about life in general. And this is just one aspect of it. Or career. Okay. Now how to move forward is by going in, taking some time for yourself because you have questions or issues that you want resolved and you need to figure it out. This is saying you have all the answers. Go within, take that time, and figure it out. And if you look at this column, you know, and I think this might, it doesn't have to be you creating this tower, it could be somebody else, but just this tower itself is shaking things up. And you're going to go in and get it figured out, which is bringing about something that you want to happen. And along with that, you have a star. And the star is this, the wishbone, a wish granted. You know, like your North Star, wishing upon the star. And it's like you have this goal, this thing you want to do, this desire. The star helps bring it to you. So does Empress, by the way. And this is also a card of healing. So if there's any healing that needs to be done, potentially here, you know, here, maybe here, the star helps you do that. So draw on that star energy to help with healing if you need healing. Now, this Three of Swords, you know, it has quite the little reputation. It can run the gamut, just like the Tower. It could be like a little pinprick, or it could be really hurtful. It's all about, you know, your situation. It's a general reading, so I don't really know, but you will, right? Okay, now let's get a card for the outcome. You have the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is a learning energy. And the Page of Cups is learning how to deal with relationships and people, you know, figuring out what makes them tick, why they do what they do, etc. And that's the outcome. The future is you're dropping all the burdens. You know, you are taking control of the situation and not being a victim, right? But the outcome is you're taking it upon yourself to want to learn about why whatever happened, and also potentially about relationships and people in general. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Cups again. So once again, it's the universe's way of saying I meant what I said. You have choices to make. And if you know the answers or know what you want and you're sure of it, it's easy. If not, make for sure you do your research, because sometimes you'll be surrounded by beautiful choices. Other times, there might be some great ones and some that aren't so good. So you want to make a well-informed decision, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify. Let's get a card for fear. See if we can find out maybe what the fear has to do with or what to do about it, some information. No, but we do see the outcome. Okay? Or maybe you're afraid it's possible that this could be saying you're afraid that you won't have your happiness. On the other side, it is saying by you dealing with this fear, figuring it out, making these changes, like the tower and dropping the burdens, that sort of thing, that your wish is being granted and the sun is coming in and just totally wiping out that fear. And that's what I think it's this one. But it could be both or either. But I think definitely the latter. By you dealing with the fear, the issues, whatever they may be, it's going to be resolved and you're going to bring in much happiness. And these two have some similarities, and they're both in the same column, right? The Empress and the Sun, the way I see them is that, you take the steps forward and it comes to you. So you take the steps to try to resolve whatever this is, and the Sun brings the happiness and the miracles to you. You take the steps, again, to go forward, and the Empress comes to you bringing beautiful realizations, gifts, whatever it is that you are needing or wanting, right? And dropping the burdens and being victorious. All right. Let's take a card for the 2 oracle cards up there, the ones that talk about discord and disappointment with family, or not family, friends. Yeah, family, friends, or lover. Okay, this one's to pop out. Okay, the High Priestess. And once again, you have the High Priestess right here. So, yeah, I do think these are connected. I do. So to me, it looks like it is either a friends or family type of an issue, or significant other or something like that. It does not have to be, but there's a lot of indicators here that it could be. And what this is saying, the High Priestess is saying, go in, use your intuition and your psychic gifts to figure out what the problem is with these people. It's saying that all you have to do is look within and you'll find the answers. And it's twice, so that's the universe's way of saying I meant what I said. Okay, let's get a card for the Seven of Pentacles, which is your energy. And to me, that energy is a perfect energy to have. It's where you're nurturing, taking care of, and being patient. So if there is some sort of an issue that you're working through with your family, friends, etc., you're doing a beautiful job of it, being so patient and loving with it. And the 2 cards, one here is the Nine of Cups, which says by doing this, you are going to be very happy. And you have the Page of Wands, which is about you learning. But there's something that you're wanting to start, and you are so passionate about it that it's extremely hard to hold yourself back. So I would say during this time, have balance, because here you're being very patient, and here you're wanting to get something done, get it going, get it started, and it's so hard to have the patience. So try to have balance and patience during this time. Okay? And yeah, you know how life goes. Patience is good, but at what point do you stop the patience and take action? Okay, this one did come out. You have the Star again. How beautiful is that? Once again, the universe's way of saying I meant what I said. And so you have the Star to clarify the Hierophant. which is your connection with the divine. And the star is your connection with the heavenly bodies, right? Beautiful. What you want, you can have. You know, you make your wish. You trust the divine. You work with the divine. And you believe in yourself and go forward with what you want. It will come to pass. Okay? And there's also healing here. So it kind of works on both sides of this column. Turn knowledge into wisdom, right? And it looks like you're doing that scattering throughout here. And here's where you have a hurt heart. So healing for the hurt heart. And the Hierophant, your connection with the divine. And the star, turning knowledge into wisdom. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck, you have a new beginning. And this is the Ace of Swords. And what this talks about is you are beginning to definitely see clearly. And it definitely talks about wisdom. One of the benefits of the swords is that there is wisdom. And here it's saying turn knowledge into wisdom. And it looks like you are. Okay. Your focus. This one didn't come out. Your focus. Okay, you have a few. Your focus is the Knight of Pentacles, being slow and methodical, having choices. High Priestess, using your intuition and your psychic gifts to figure everything out. And the Empress, very powerful, very creative. The Mother archetype. It's being clarified by the Three of Wands, which says something is here for you. But you have to take action. You can't just sit and wait. You must go get it. Okay, and it also has the Fear here and the Sun. And remember me talking about the Empress and the Sun? Some of the similarities I see between them is that you get started and they come to you. This energy comes to you. Okay? So yeah, here. It's coming to you. But you have to go actively to get it. Okay, let's get a card for what you do see, which is a Tower. Something is, whoops. Oh, that's just way, way, way too many. Like a bazillion. Okay, sorry guys. It would take us till tomorrow. It's an exaggeration. But it would take us a while. Okay. The Tower and what you do see. Okay. It looks like rejection, really challenging emotions. And I'd say that you've been going through, and, the more the reading goes on, the more I do think this could be a big player in this. But here, you're feeling lonely, potentially destitute, without maybe finances, friends, loved ones, etc. Feeling very alone, right? Now, mind you, what I said, I think, all the way through this is feeling. It doesn't mean it's the truth. It means this is how you were feeling about this, okay? So that's confirming the Tower. So maybe the way I see this is that you were feeling this or are feeling this, but you're coming to the realization, maybe because of the Empress and the High Priestess, you're done. You're getting out of this. You're going to shake it up, create a Tower, and make a change. And if that happens, it's going to bring in this wonderful wish. And in essence, you have that twice, wishing on your star. Shaking it up, going within, using your intuition to figure it out. Yeah, and having a new beginning. Okay, now what you don't see is the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning, one that you're very passionate about. But this is something that you will see. You just don't see it yet. Oh, caught it. The moon. Okay. And the moon talks about something you don't see. So that's confirming the position anyway. It's quite possible there's a part of this that you don't know about, that you don't see. Okay? And you will, but you don't right now. And it's saying, use your intuition. So you have quite a few cards now that talk about you using your intuition, right? Use your intuition to figure everything out. And another thing is, it's what you feed. If you feed the good side, it will grow. If you feed the bad side, it will grow. Whichever side you do not feed will wither and die. So try to feed into the love. And at the bottom of the deck from taking that, you have the Strength card, which is beautiful. It means you are very loving, but at the same time, you are very strong. Okay, which I think is wonderful, being very strong. It takes a strong person, oftentimes, to drop all the burdens, win whatever argument this is, and to say, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. Okay? Now let's go ahead and see what your strength is. Whoa. Okay, these. I knew it. I should have said it. I felt it. Okay. This was the first one. Okay. Your strength is following your truth. Okay? Going for what you know to be true. And you have the Strength card in your strength position. So it's just like doubly strong. You're very strong. You are going to get through this with flying colors, right? And you have the Six of Cups, which is a very loving energy. So you have two cards that, are filled with love. Now this also has transformation. It's got the butterfly, and that's what that means. The sunflowers represent the sun. So things are transforming in a beautiful way. This is your strength. It's a card of nostalgia, which does say that somebody or something from your past could come back into your life. But it is a card of caring, sharing, transforming, being happy. So your strength is beautiful. Being true to yourself, being strong and loving, transforming, having the sun with you, being very loving, and here making for sure that you are accurate and going forward in such a way. The way I see it is that the truth builds on itself. Okay? Now let's see your recent past. So, your recent past being the Three of Swords kind of makes me feel like whatever happened, this is a continuation of that. Clarifying this is the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so there's two threes. But what this is making me think is that it could be one of two things. One, of course, the Three of Swords, which is some challenging emotions due to the actions of others that you care about or a situation. It could be just about anything. In this case, I'd say probably actions of others. But here, the Three of Pentacles talks about working together. Okay, either teaching, learning, working, being together. So maybe you started to work with people. I'm not saying it's this problematic group, but it could be. but starting to work with people to pull yourself out of whatever this is, this upset. And let me think for a second here. Yeah, no, I do think that's probably what that is. That maybe the process of change actually started in your recent past. And it could just have been the tiniest little bit. I don't know. But I think either it started or you decided you were going to create the change by finding out what was going on. Okay. Your future, what does it have to say? Absolutely beautiful. You have the Empress. Again, and if you notice, same column. And that is the universe's way of saying I meant what I said. Yep. The mother archetype, very loving energy, very powerful. She is the Empress, okay? Mature energy, filled with love and ideas that she nurtures. And it's what comes to you. You start to go on that road, whatever road this may be that you're heading down, in the Empress energy. And the Sun come to you. So to me, this is saying the fear is going to be gone. It's leaving. You have very powerful energies in this column. The Sun and the Empress twice, right? Everything's going to come out beautifully and smooth. Okay, now how to go forward. You already have a Hangman, which means go inside and use your intuition to figure out the questions you have. You have the Star, which says whatever you're wishing, it can come true, and healing. And you have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so how to go forward is to go within. Your answers lie within. You know. And believe that what it is you want is going to come to pass. And heal yourself if there is hurt there. And do not allow yourself to get into the Nine of Swords energy, which is very challenging thoughts. And they are thoughts, okay? The kind that bother you so much, oftentimes you can't sleep at night. It makes it hard to function, okay? Right there. So go forward by using your intuition, believing in yourself and what it is that you want, healing this. Let this go. All right, now potential outcome. Okay, we have 2. And pretty amazing. Your very first card in the tarot is the same as your very last. The 7 of Pentacles. So for me, what this would be saying is this is your answer. Whatever it is that you are wanting to do to go forward, believe in that. Believe in yourself. Believe in your efforts. Put this into action. Nurture it. Spend time with it. Make it feel safe and loved. Okay? And like the garden, after a while, it takes a little patience. You're going to have this beautiful, beautiful garden. So since it's your very first and very last card, to me that's a big deal. So it looks like your current energy, you know the answer. And this might be the process of what you're going through to finish this up. And then it will be time for a rest. A well-deserved rest, by the way. Yeah, definitely a well-deserved rest. And now I don't know if you can see this, so I'll just set it right here. Here you have the Eight of Cups, which talks about you doing all, or having done all you can. So you're walking away to your happiness. And once again, since this is a general reading, only, you're really going to know what's going on here. But I can see this as, being part of this. You are being very patient and working through everything. You're trying what you need to try. Being motherly, strong, and you're walking away. So either you're walking away from the bickering, fighting, whatever's going on, or you're walking away from the fear and the internal challenges because everything is turning out better the way you want it to. Or maybe a combination of them both. Okay. Let's close this out with the card from the angels. See what they would like to share. So yeah, this looks like it is definitely, or I feel, to me, this is definitely relationship oriented in some way. It could have to do with peers at work, your family, lovers, friends, any combination thereof. And that you are doing whatever you can to try to make it right. Not that you've done any wrong. I'm not saying that. It doesn't show that here. But you're trying to be a help. Okay? And the conclusion is beautiful. Learning about people and relationships, having patience with this, and taking a rest and moving on to your happiness. Okay? Unlikely. Okay, now what does that have to do with? Let's see the bottom side. Okay, what I'm getting from this here we go. We'll take these three. This is what I'm feeling from this. If you try to go forward with this without using your intuition, it is not going to be nearly as successful than if you go in and use your intuition to figure this out, okay? And the situation will improve. I hope this was helpful to you. And if it was, please give it a like, share, subscribe. And I hope you have a very nice time and everything turns out beautifully. And I just want to show you, because this was kind of a challenging reading in parts of it, but take a look. You have the Sun, the very best card in the deck. You have the Empress twice. Very powerful and beautiful. You have the Six of Cups, which is all about the love. Transforming, rising up to the new you. You have the Star card. Your wish is coming true. So and here a wish granted, so you have it almost like in essence twice. You have many beautiful cards here, okay? So thanks again. Much love. Bye.